This program shows how to make abandoned old toys display ready, not to restore their resale value. Got it? Let's play.
Time ticks and drips away, days burn, disintegrate, years roll along and fade, don't let them slip away. Right here, right now, today, these are the good old days. Right here, right now, today, hey, these are the good old days.
The 1991 X-Men Toybiz action figure. In 1989, a small company called Sharon Toys, which would go on to become Toybiz, got the license to the 1989 Michael Keaton Batman movie and put out a series of 3 figures, which eventually grew into the DC Comics Heroes line. That line did not do well. But the following year, Toybiz got the license to do Marvel superheroes and released a Marvel superheroes line. That line, again, the figures weren't much better, but it did sell better, which then eventually led to them getting the 1991 Uncanny X-Men lineup. The X-Men toy line ran for 4 years, producing dozens of figures and many subgroups of figures as well. Like, I'm talking a lot of figures. The popularity of this line led to a lucrative deal between Toybiz and Marvel, wherein Marvel would own 46% of Toybiz's equity. Now, this led to a deal where there was no more licensing fees per specific Marvel characters, which means there was an explosion of characters that had never been done in toy form before. Among these first-timers was the X-Men Banshee. The Irish X-Men was created in 1967, originally as an adversary to the X-Men. But quickly, Banshee befriended the team, and in 1975 became a full member when the new, revamped look for the X-Men was launched. True to his name, Banshee's mutant ability was an offensive scream, which he could use as an offensive weapon or to create vibrations where he could fly. Toybiz recreated this by putting a whistle in the figure's chest. Not quite the same, but do you want a sonic scream knocking down your walls at home?
Okay, so this is our Toybiz Banshee figure from '91. He's in pretty good shape. The only thing is he's missing his cape. He had a very weird kind of plasticky vinyl, Banshee cape. And so it's gone, and so we are going to make a new one. So this is the only thing that we're ever going to use on GoFigure that maybe you don't have laying around your home. But I didn't buy it for this reason. We had it laying around our home. This is called a Cricut. If anybody here is a crafter, you probably know what I'm talking about. And we are going to use it as a vinyl cutter. And because Banshee's cape was made of vinyl back in the day, we're going to cut some vinyl and make a new cape in the Cricut cutter. And we're going to walk through those steps first. What I'm going to do for it is I'm going to take some yellow adhesive vinyl, and I'm going to stick 2 pieces together so it's going to be yellow on both sides. Then we're going to cut the actual cape out of that. And then the black lines on the cape, we're going to cut out of this one. We're going to adhere those 2 together, and then we're going to put it onto his arms. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut our adhesive yellow vinyl to make our double-sided yellow vinyl. There might be someone out there that's saying, they make it! Maybe they do, I don't know. This is all I know, so this is what I bought. Because here at GoFigure, it's not about doing it right, it's about doing it the way that you know how to do it. Sometimes these vinyl corners are tricky. There we go. Now, this stuff is super adhesive, so you have to be very, very, very careful not to stick it to itself. Take a seat over there, Banshee. Oh, got my fingers on there. How I like to do it is lay it down like that, and then slowly just roll it like that together. Beautiful. All right, now we're going to take our mat, and now because we want this to stick on there real good and we have a double-sided vinyl, I'm using the purple strong grip. There's a regular grip and a light grip. This is the strong grip one. It doesn't really stick on there. It's very important when you take this piece of plastic off your grip to put it somewhere where it stays clean. And then we're just going to load the mat here. We're going to put our vinyl cut square right up here in the corner, just like that. Okay, so we're gonna open our new project here, And I have made up previously some Dick Tracy stuff, but I made up a Banshee cape file. I'm gonna upload the Banshee cape, and so I made it how I want it to be, with yellow with the black lines. I'm gonna import it as a simple design, and I'm going to remove, you can see here, there's the cape, and there's this yellow background, so I'm gonna remove the yellow background, and then we're gonna continue. And then we're going to save it as a cut file, because we're cutting something. We're not drawing it, we're cutting it. You can do either one with a Cricut, but right now we're going to cut it. So we're going to go like this. And so here's our cut file, and we're going to import that image. And here's our virtual mat here. So we're going to shrink it right down. Now, I am going to take Banshee here, and we're going to measure him wrist to wrist, how long we want this cape to be. That's where it's going to be a spread. So wrist to wrist, it's going to be, say, 3 3/3 of an inch. So we are going to go here, and we're going to make this cape 3 3/4 of an inch. 3 3/4 of an inch, just like that. We're going to click on Make It. And it's going to say exactly we want your cuts, and I'm going to say Continue. And then go over to the Cricut here. And we're gonna go like that, and it should say hit the go button, and it should cut that right out for us. Knock it out. And we should have perfectly sized Banshee cape. That's eventually kind of what it's going to look like here, but it needs its black stripes. No Banshee cape is finished unless you have black stripes on it. Let me tell you. We're going to do this next part here. We're going to load up our black vinyl here. There it is. Put that right there for right now. And so what we're going to do is we're going to finish that one. We're going to upload the same image again. And so there it is, waiting for us. Upload that. We're going to do the simple thing again. But this time, we're not just going to delete the background. We're going to delete the background and all of the yellow. Just like that. And I'm going to save it as a cut file. Save that. And then we're going to import that. And so here's our lines. So again, we're going to make it the identical size to our last one. And make it. So now we're going to load this into our Cricut machine. And then so I'm going to make it. All right, so here is our Banshee cape lines. Now this next part is where we weed it. And what weeding is you take away everything you don't want, just like in a garden. So I use a little pin, and I just poke what I don't want, just like this. And you just peel away that piece you don't want. And when I'm done weeding, we should just have Banshee's black lines. All right, so here's our last, this is the big weed. This should work well, yeah. Oh, look at that. It's perfect. There are our Banshee cape lines. How exciting is that? Okay, so this is just from the dollar store, and it's just like book cover protector or shelf liner, but we use it to make our transfers real easy. So it's a real cheap way to get things done really, really well. So what we're going to do here, like that, peel it off. Then we're going to put it right down onto our vinyl. And we're going to remove the vinyl backing to our lines. Take that, and you should just go like that. And then we're going to stick it down to our other piece of vinyl. Now this is the part where skill's involved, because you got to line it up right. Just like that. Okay, so Banshee's gimmick, because every Toybiz figure had to have a gimmick, was this whistle. You take this and you into Banshee's scream. So we need to put a hole in the back of here. We want to do it right, so I'm just going to take this hole punch. Here we are. That will be perfect. Just like that. You can see here that his arms aren't straight. His arms are curvy because he's got those muscles going on. So we're going to trim these back here with our scissors just by eyeing it up. There's the other. Just it's going to be good. I'm just going to take a thin piece of vinyl and use the vinyl to join the cape to his arms. So we're going to take our little piece of vinyl here. We're going to stick it onto the cape halfway, just like when you were a kid. And put it there and stick it to his arm. And he's ready for the shelf.
So that was our Banshee cape fix. I hope you had as much fun as we did taking this obscure, kind of weird toy and giving him a little hug and making him display ready again. If you like what we did here, feel free to subscribe so you get a notification whenever we put a new video out. Let us know in the comments if you'd like to see us tackle another one of the Toybiz X-Men, because there's a lot of them, and hope to see you next time.
You remember when? Way back when, you remember when?